Hello, beautiful beings. Tanya Rainbow Horse here. Thank you so much for showing up. This video is for people who are consistently meditating, journaling, doing subliminal messaging, affirmations, all the things, like consistently have a routine for self-improvement and self-growth. I want to riff, I want to connect on this path because a lot of energies you were navigating with that, and then there's this cycle of energy that shows up when you do this consistently. I've been doing this type of work consistently since about April of 2021, and I started noticing this pattern that would show up when I'm consistently meditating every day, journaling, doing my subliminal messages, listening to them, and just really living the life of this work. You will do the work, and then you will come up against this energy of where it's the old and new pushing against each other. But it oftentimes, at least for me, it shows up as anger, like anger that is ready to just whip out and hit somebody, like ready to just catch somebody. And it shows up sometimes really fast and you don't even know what hit you. It's like you're conscious, and all of a sudden the subconscious takes over, and it's like all this energy pushing against each other, and then it comes out, it's like doing its thing in you, and then all of a sudden it comes up and it's like, ah! And for a while I was beginning to think I had an anger problem. And anger has been something I've worked on for a long time, but it amplified through this. And it's just recently that I've gained some big clarity around that. So this is kind of how it happens. I'm affirming things that I want to create. I'm connecting into the energy of my future. I'm loving on it. I'm vibing high. And then I start feeling uncomfortable. And then sometimes I feel like numb. Just have this heavy numb feeling, like there's the end for something. And then this intense anger boils up. I'm talking like it can be intense, and then trying to reel it in is even more intense. But what that anger is the old wanting to be let go of. But I found, for me, and maybe for a lot of other people out here watching this video possibly, you're a person who has been doing a lot of energy work with your root chakra. And you hold a lot of energy and density there, and that's where it shows up. So it's this kind of explosive anger in a way. And if you catch it early enough, you can work yourself off the edge. But if you don't, it's like a tailspin. But anyways, my point is, when you are on the door of this happening and you're starting to get in there and you can feel it, oh, here comes another round of that anger energy. If you slow down before you get triggered, you will find that it is all this old stuff wanting to let go and move on, but you were clenched down in your root chakra and it can't go. You're holding on to it. So when you release it and let it go, it will move on. But for me, that has been the source for me, is holding on to things. And I didn't even realize it. Like, I'm doing this work and I'm gladly letting it go, but paying attention to my energy body, in that regard, I had no idea it was doing that. So it happened, and the other day I could feel this anger energy boiling up in me when I said something to somebody and then they gave me something back. And I didn't like what they said because I was getting back into that controlling energy. And when I'm in the controlling energy, I'm not letting go because I'm holding on. Because it's a fight or flight response to hold on to all that old stuff subconsciously. And so after that person said that, I was like, oh, this is my moment of awareness here. I acknowledge I'm feeling angry. I acknowledge I'm feeling it pretty heavily in my root. But what can I do for myself to have some instant relief with this situation right now? And I just talked to myself through it. I was like, this situation you can let go. If you were on your deathbed today, would this situation matter? This has no control over me. And I started seeing how it was starting to unveil to me, well, hey man, I'm just trying to let go and move this energy through. And you need to relax your root and allow it to move. And I just talked to myself a little bit through it more. And I saw how the energy started to release from my root. Like I literally have to sit there and just relax that part of my body. And I feel a stream of energy just, oftentimes I'll focus on my heart too. But now I can feel it. I can just feel it moving through. So, in order to navigate this energy cycle that you're gonna have to navigate through some form. Maybe it's gonna show up different for you. Maybe it isn't anger in the root chakra. Maybe it's a different chakra. It's like one energy center you are accustomed to holding on to the energy there or letting it get blocked when you're moving things. And so, being aware of that is the big power for you. And so I'm just paying attention to how my root's feeling all the time. And so when I was talking to myself the other day, I was like, oh, okay. So you want to be released, but I'm holding on to you. And that's making me mad because I'm trying to hold on to you, and I'm mad because I'm holding on to it and I can feel it wanting to go, but I'm not allowing it. And so as soon as I started to let it go, things changed for me. The energy started to release and I could see what was going on. So I share this because for a while, a couple years, it wasn't until the last year or two where I really started to, get a grasp of what was going on. But man, when I started feeling this anger energy popping up after I would do my meditations and my affirmations and my journaling, it was frustrating, and I didn't feel like I wanted to do this anymore. I was like, am I creating, what am I really doing for myself here? But then I kept doing it and I started seeing the results, because on that other side of me letting go, that anger, trying to hold on to energy, once I got over the hump of it, it was a huge movement for me in a positive direction. Like something lifted or something moved. I had more clarity. It was the old energy ready to be transformed, alchemized back into some kind of loving energy, used back into the creative flow. And if you have awareness inside of that, maybe you can get a hold of this situation earlier than I did and know that that's part of the process, and work yourself through it with grace and ease and have more awareness around that. Anyways, thank you so much for showing up to receive the message, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.